What's up everybody, it's me Sergio with Mobility Direct here with a repair video on a Jazzy Carbon power wheelchair. We actually needed to replace the controller and the joystick because something was going on. It was acting really funny. It's an easy job. This is a great power wheelchair. It's not an in-depth review video though. We do have review videos including airport experience videos, unboxing videos, and a lot more. If you want to get familiar with this product, check out our YouTube channel. I'll put the link to the playlist in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now to change out the controller and the joystick, really all you're going to need is a pair of pliers and a Phillips head screwdriver. So the first thing you want to do is just remove the joystick. There's a cable routed throughout the frame with zip ties and clips. Just remove the joystick. There's a hand screw underneath the joystick to loosen it up, slide it out of the sleeve, and then just cut any of the zip ties that hold that cable in place. Now you're going to want to trace that cable down to the control module, and if you're going to replace the control module like we're doing in this video, you're going to need to remove the 4 sets of nuts, bolts, and washers holding the control module to the frame, which I'm pointing out right now. Now obviously you can use a socket set or an adjustable wrench. I'm using a little small tweaker screwdriver. The bolt head is a Phillips style bolt head, and I'm just using a pair of pliers for the back just to make the job easier. I know it's probably not the best. You should use a proper socket set, but this will get the job done. So I'm going to take my time and just remove all 4 sets of the nuts, bolts, and washers. Make sure you keep your hardware organized so that way when you go to install the new control module, you know which hardware pieces go where. It's nice to use a magnetic tray or just keep them organized if you're not going to really be messing with too much hardware in this process. We're not using a lot of hardware. By the way, folks, before we get any further, did you know that we actually sell OEM parts from various major manufacturers like Pride Mobility, Golden Technologies, Afikim, you name it? If you need original parts and you need a team of experts to help you verify exactly which part you need for compatibility purposes, every single model goes through version updates. We take the time to collect that information and figure out exactly what part is compatible with the unit version you have. And part of every sale at Mobility Direct goes towards funding our mission to give back. We give away mobility scooters, power wheelchairs all the time to random people in need. A lot of these individuals are veterans. A lot of them are just struggling to get around with a walker or a cane on the streets, homeless. They can't afford it. We show up with the cameras rolling sometimes, and we give them a free mobility device. If you want to check those videos out, I'm going to put the link to the playlist in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Check it out. You're going to love it. Let's get back to the video. So once you have the control module removed from the frame, there's a cover on the control module. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove a total of 4 screws holding that cover in. And once you remove all 4 of those screws, you'll expose all of the connection points for all the different cables and wires. So here we go. I just removed the last screw and I'm removing the cover. Pay close attention to the orientation of the screws in the cover. Keep your screws organized. And what we're going to do now is just remove each cable one at a time. You may want to take pictures if you're not familiar with where the cables and connections go when you replace the old with the new. If you've never done this before, I recommend taking pictures, although every single connection point is clearly labeled. As you can see here, you've got the joystick, the A, B, and C for the right motor, A, B, and C for the left motor, and the positive and the negative for the battery. Not much to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just make all the connections as I go. This doesn't take too long at all. It's just super important that you make sure every single cable and connection goes exactly where it should, just like it was in the old controller. So what I'm actually doing is I'm just taking one connection out at a time and replugging the cable into the new controller as I go, so there's just no chance that I mess anything up. If you do make improper connections and don't follow the right orientation, you could actually damage your new controller. Now you'll notice that I did have a little bit of a hard time with the positive and the negative coming from the battery connection to the control module, so I did need to use my pliers to kind of wiggle them out. Those F2 terminal clips can be pretty tight, and you might need to bend them back into place to make them tight again when reinstalling them into the new control module. I just use my plier tips and kind of crimp the little rounded edges together on the left and right side so it makes a really nice snug connection on the post coming out of the control module. Once you're done reconnecting every single cable, you can go ahead and start kind of putting the wires in position for the cover to fit over them nicely. And there is a little bit of a gasket, kind of a 4-piece gasket, which is going to allow those 4 cables to route through just perfectly. I chose to install it after securing the cover to the control module, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Now, by the way, before we get any further, I do want to take the time to tell you that we actually have a forum on our website where you can communicate directly with technicians and fellow power wheelchair owners that may actually have the Jazzy Carbon and experience the same symptoms that you're experiencing now. So if you want to get feedback from other mobility device users and technicians to help solve common problems at home, check out our forum. Just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com/forum, or just go to the homepage and click on forum at the top part of the page. It's on every page. You click it and you can register as a user. Obviously, we also have a ton of DIY repair videos and troubleshooting videos, and we just released a new podcast where we talk about a lot of technical and controversial subjects related to mobility scooters, power wheelchairs, and related devices. If you're enjoying the video so far, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, or sharing this video. It's what helps the channel grow, and that support means the world to us. Your viewership alone means the world to us, but taking a moment to subscribe, it's totally free, helps us a lot. So let's jump back into the video. So again, there are 4 screws that hold that little cover on. I would call it a dust cover, really, that's all it is, or a weather cover to kind of keep those connections dry and debris free. So now that I'm done connecting the dust cover, I'm basically just reinstalling the control module to the frame. Nothing to it, just grab your washers, nuts, and bolts that hopefully you kept organized, you know where they are, and secure that control module to the frame. Now that it's secure, I'm showing you that little gasket I told you about. That's just, again, to keep dust and humidity and moisture, water out of the control module area where all the connections are. What I like to do is put it in after reinstalling everything and just use a little flathead screwdriver to push the gasket into place. It's a lot easier to do it that way as opposed to trying to fit it while installing the dust cover. All I'm doing now is just tightening up those 4 corner nuts and bolts just to make sure that they're nice and tight. So go ahead and make sure you do that too, and make sure you rewire and secure your wiring job with zip ties the same exact way that you got it. Try and make it look like an OEM finished job. The point here is just to keep the wire out of the way of the wheels so that they don't get hung up. Now I'm removing the old joystick from the joystick bracket. There are just 2 Phillip head bolts that drive right through the bottom part of the joystick. The new joystick has the same exact spots underneath the joystick to put those same screws back in with the same mounting bracket, which just slides in and tightens up with a little hand screw underneath the armrest. You can do it on the left or the right side. In this case, the user wanted it on the right hand side. I'm just securing the clips, and I'm actually going to add some extra zip ties to make the job even better right underneath the armrest pad. I'm checking out the power wheelchair now. Everything seems a-okay. We're going to give it back to the customer who's using a rental right now, and hopefully they're going to be super happy with their brand new joystick and control module. Let us know what you thought about the video, or if you have any questions, put them in the comments section below. We will reply to all of our comments usually within 1 business day. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have a great day.